Hey guys, Michael McGee here. We finally got back from our camping trip. We've got a deer here we need to clean, and I'm going to show you how we age our meat on ice in an ice chest. Anybody can do this, any type of weather, in any condition. You don't have to have a walk-in cooler to age your meat to make it tender. So I'm going to show you the process. All right, folks, this skint washed down, ready to go on ice. So when you want to start, you want to start with your shoulder here. The shoulder blade comes around like this, so just make a circle right around it like that. You can see that shoulder blade there, and then just take that shoulder right off like that. Shoulder meat is by far more moist than the back leg. So now you're just going to put that on ice. All right, next you're going to want to get these ribs off. So just cut down through this middling meat right along the back strap until you hit the rib bone. And then all you got to do, take your trusty saw of whatever kind you got and just cut it off, and then you got your ribs. The ribs don't necessarily need to be aged unless you're going to cook like smoked ribs or something. If you're going to do that, do not use the lower portion because it's so full of tallow and greasiness. The top half is the only part that's really good ribs for, say, baking, barbecue, whatever. But if you're going to grind them for sausage like we do, you don't really need to age them, so you can kind of keep them in a separate box of whatever until you get ready to grind. But that's just the way we do it. All right, your back straps come down to about here where the shoulders begin. So you want to take everything from there forward, you want to take off, and all this material is really good for grinding as well. So that's what we're going to do right now. And we're just going to throw that in there. Now this piece has got your back strap on one side and your filet mignon on the other. So what you're going to do is come right below the hip of this leg and just cut that free with a knife. And then you can come back with your saw and just cut that off. If you don't have a saw, no big deal. You can cut this off the bone and process it easily. There's all kinds of things you can do with this right here. All right, next we've got this hind quarters, both of them here. You can come right down the pelvis, come right down the middle here. You don't want to drop your meat on the ground, so the best thing to do is get you a good handhold. Cut you a place right here that you can really get a hold of. That way when it comes through, you got it. You can't drop it that way. Because that's slick as a greased pig right there. Now this is the last one. Oh! So when that happens, you just set it on something and cut it off. And there you have it. Last piece of meat off that deer. All right guys, this is how you age meat on ice. And when you get it all covered up like this, just shut it. If it's warm weather, pile blankets over it, do whatever it takes just to keep that cold in there. But leave it for at least a week. I'd say minimum 4 or 5 days, but sometimes if it's cold weather and I don't have to use a lot of ice, I'll go 10 days. So it's just better to take it as long as you can without it spoiling, and it can really go quite a while. It can go 2 weeks without spoiling. And so I would recommend that you try this method because hanging one out, they get dried out, they get really hard crust on the outside, you got to cut all that off. This way, It's so easy to cut off the silver skin without wasting the meat. And this will absolutely drain the blood right out of that meat. Wild game has bad taste in the blood and in the fat. So if you drain off that blood and cut off that fat, you're gonna have the best meat you've ever put in your mouth. So that's my tip to you today. We hope that you enjoy this video. We hope that you enjoy our content, and we hope that you'll just hit that subscribe button and follow along with us. But for now, we're out of here. God bless you. We will see you on the next video.